Rebel Radio. Rebel Radio.
Rebel Radio.
Rebel Radio.
Hello and welcome to Rebel Radio. I am Rebel, and as always, we dedicate this show to mischief. With me is the Raider. What's happening, baby?
Ain't too much tonight, Reb. What's going on with you?
I'm just here. I think the big news what's going on, and it's on everyone's mind, is this Michael Samms who came out, kissed his boyfriend.
When he got picked.
Yeah, when he got picked.
Well, he was picked 7th. I mean, that doesn't really mean he's going to play. And the way the news is acting about this, I wonder if you'll get a fine if you tackle him.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm sorry, but if you're, let me put it like this, and this is going to sound bad, I think. But if you're a heterosexual male, and if you deeply, deeply look inside yourself,
right,
you don't care for that.
right.
And I don't care if the man's gay. Don't get me wrong at all.
Yeah, as long as you can play football.
But yeah, as long as he can do something with that ball, I don't care what he does on his own time. But I mean, if it's not supposed to be some kind of big deal, I mean, if it's perfectly natural, then why in the hell is the news making such a big deal about it?
Yeah, not just one, every news station.
Yeah, like the man's a hero. He kissed somebody, you know. He didn't he didn't do the Million Man March.
Right. And I think that man that said what he said, he has an opinion. An opinion, as far as I'm concerned, is still United States, and we're allowed to say our opinion. Free speech, man. Are you taking that from us, too?
He didn't say anything about hurting him. He didn't say anything
Right.
about, all he said is he didn't care for it.
That's right.
And
what? That's against the law now? So
the-
now you got to go to sensitive training? I thought they were playing football.
Yeah, it'd be flagged next.
What is that? Sensitive
Oh, yeah.
training?
I mean, I hate to say it, but they're turning our football players into pussies.
Yeah, right?
I mean, the man, I thought he was very sensitive.
Yeah, he looked
Yeah,
to me. Because, look, and there's a lot worse he could have said.
Yeah.
He just said he didn't care for it. Okay? Now they're going to fine him and give him sense. Come on, man.
I mean,
When's it going to stop? How comes it is anybody can get out there and say what they want as long as you're not a white American?
Yeah, as long as it's abnormal, it sounds like. As long as it's that, I'm sorry, but like I said, I don't mind it at all. I don't, but,
No, if
you know,
can
why
play
flaunt
football,
it?
why do I care?
Yeah, why you got to flaunt it? And they're making him look like he's the next Martin Luther King or something.
Yeah, right.
And the man didn't do nothing but give another dude a kiss.
Yeah, and that's all it was, too.
Yeah.
I mean, although if they came out and said it, half and half didn't like it,
Yeah.
I mean, but who wants their kids seeing this?
Yeah.
And, not that I care, because I don't care what a person does. But the whole point is, you're coming out like that. That don't make you a frickin' hero.
No.
Man. It makes you a football player that likes men.
Yeah, that's all.
Now, how many of them's going to really want to be in the shower room with this?
No,
dude?
no.
That's another question.
Yeah, now I'm telling you,
Yeah.
and it's going to be very upsetting because they're going to get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
But
Because they can't say what they want
yeah,
to now.
to me, I'm sorry, but he looks at men like a woman would look at men. So him being in the dressing room is like a female being in the dressing room.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand what goes on. They're kissing and stuff. Does that mean, he's the girl? I don't understand these relationships. I just, it don't make sense to me. But this is America today. All right? Since we are all going to be the freedom and we're going to do this and we're going to do, the only thing Americans are doing is stopping their freedom. You can't say nothing about anybody. You can't do anything. As long as you're white, you can be made fun of. You can be treated like shit. You can do anything to the white people. But soon as a white person says anything back, this is what you get.
Yeah.
This is the blowback.
Absolutely correct.
Oh, my God. Don't be white and say nothing.
Like I said, that man did not talk about hurting him at all.
Right.
He didn't say he hated him. All he says he did not care for it. And I'm telling you, I didn't care for it.
Well,
But I would not be as disgusted as I am But I don't want to see a guy and a girl sucking face. That
Well,
stuff's supposed to be
the whole
home.
thing is, what disgusted me is not that the guy's kissing. It's that the guy got in trouble for his opinion. That's what the problem is here. His opinion
Yeah,
is
you asked him.
Yeah, don't ask me a question if you don't want to hear the answer.
Mm.
You know?
Another former
then-
NFL player said that, hey, there's kids watching this.
Yeah.
No,
But that was all right, I guess. you
no,
know?
you're mad about that too. You
Yeah,
thought that
no,
was
they-
unfair.
Oh, I didn't know they were mad about
Yeah,
that.
that was that was unfair. If it was a guy and a girl, you wouldn't be saying
That's
nothing.
right. It wasn't an abomination. This is supposed to be an abomination. When a man lays down with a woman, it's all right. But when a man lays down with another man like it was a woman, then it's an abomination. That's even in the Bible. We're not saying nothing that, everybody wasn't thinking.
Yeah.
But you got to watch what you say nowadays because of the way the kids are being raised.
I
It's
thought
all
the
right
man-
to be gay. It's all right to be this.
It
It's
is.
all right to be that.
It is.
It's not okay.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I
mean, do you want I'm not saying this is what he is, but would you want a child molester teaching your children?
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, the man didn't even say that. He said he just didn't care for it.
Didn't care for it.
That's his business.
Yeah, he didn't get off. Like I said, he could have said, man, I hate them faggots. He
Yeah.
didn't say nothing like that. He just said, hey, I don't care. I don't
Yeah.
care for that. I don't think he should have did that on TV. And personally, I don't feel the man should have did it on TV. Hey, I'm straight. I don't go out telling everyone, look, I'm straight. Well, kiss my old lady in front of everyone to prove I'm straight.
Right.
If he would have said I'm gay, I would have believed him. He didn't have to prove it to me.
Well, I didn't care if he was gay or not. That ain't the point I'm making here. Gay has nothing to do with this. It's you can't voice your opinion.
Yes.
That's what the problem
That's
is.
what's even worse.
Yeah.
Yes,
We live in
yeah.
America. Our main shit is we can say what we want. That's
Yeah.
just our thing for
Yeah.
life, man. And you're going to stop that because someone's gay?
Basically, the man said, hey, I like penis. Basically, that man said, I don't care for that.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that. You ask a man's opinion and then get mad at the man for giving it to you.
for giving it to you. It's like the Duck guy on the Duck Dynasty.
Yeah.
You ask him his opinion, and then you want to prosecute him or persecute him for that.
Yeah.
Don't ask if you don't want to
Yeah,
know.
you don't wanna
Not
know.
everybody is a liberal, okay? Not everybody cares to see that, all right?
Oh, yeah.
Not everybody wants to see it. Not everybody's going to have the same opinion as everyone else.
Mhm.
That's why we're allowed to say the things and do the things we do in America.
Yeah, they act
And
like
when
you want us
stop
scared.
that- and when you stop that, then it's over.
They want us scared to say that kind of stuff.
Exactly right.
You're a racist. No, I don't want him to die. I'm just like, hey, keep that to yourself. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason that he had to advertise that on television. No reason whatsoever that man had to kiss his boyfriend on television.
That's right.
He could have said, hey, guys, I'm gay. I would have believed him 100%. He did not have to kiss another dude to prove it.
Again, I don't care he's gay.
No, I don't, but you're absolutely right. If that guy would have said, I think he should have been hung or something like that, okay,
Yeah.
that's overboard. But that man just said, I don't like it.
Yeah, he didn't say drag him behind a
Yeah.
car. He didn't say none of that.
Mm.
He just said, I didn't care for what happened there. Okay, he didn't care. So now what are we going to do?
Yeah, that's
Persecute him
Yep,
for the rest
that's
of his
fine.
life? I wonder if we're going to throw him out.
the man.
You know?
Yeah, they're talking about not letting him play.
Well, what kind of crap is that, not letting a football player play because he ain't as sensitive?
Yeah.
What? I didn't know football players were sensitive.
Yeah, I mean, do one of his skirts.
Yeah, that's exactly
We
right.
might as well have the cheerleaders
We
running
might
the
as well
ball.
have powder puff football if it's going to be like this.
Yeah.
You think them guys don't get down on them field and call each other names?
Oh my God,
Talk
Jeff.
about their wives, their mothers,
Yeah.
their lovers? Come on,
Yeah,
man.
man, on that line, dude. They're talking about making you their bitch. Your mom. They're trying to piss
you
them
know
off.
what they're saying.
Yeah.
Anything to make you mad and lose your
Yeah,
concentration.
anybody that ever played
And if
football.
that guy can't accept what that man said, I feel sorry for him being in a sport that he's in.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong
But-
with this country anymore, man?
Like you said, what was he, 6'7" pick?
Yeah,
He
6
probably, like
7,
you said,
something like
he's going to
that.
ride the bench
And I
most
can't-
of it.
Yeah, I mean, he might not even get to play. If he's good, I hope he does play. I don't care if he does one way
Yeah.
or the other. But the point is, no one should get in trouble for their
Yeah.
opinion.
I'll tell you, as long
This ain't Nazi Germany, Rebel. This is not Nazi Germany, and we do not have to live like that. That's why this is America, the home of the free. And when the free can't say what's on their mind, something's wrong with the country.
Very correct, man. It's getting crazy, man. It's getting crazy. I'm telling you what, that is sad. Like you said, man, when a man cannot voice his opinion without being prosecuted, that man voiced his opinion that he was gay.
Right, exactly.
So
and that
was
man
accepted.
got an answer back, and he didn't care.
I didn't care for
and
that.
You know what? It ain't even him saying it. It's the other people that so-called, oh, my God, we got to love them and care for them. No, we don't.
No.
That's why we're in
I didn't hear
America.
him
We
say
don't have to
nothing.
like anything or stand for anything.
Yeah, I didn't hear him say anything about it.
Yeah, I'm not saying go out and beat them with a ball bat or burn a cross in their yard. What I'm saying is he had the right to say whatever he wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, you might as well, if you want an opinion like that, you might as well write it down.
Exactly right.
And give it to him and say, here, please say this.
Yeah, here. If they wanted to say their opinion, then that's exactly what they should have done.
Yeah,
they
they should have wrote it down.
I guess they should have coached him a little bit.
Because I'm telling you what, no shit, Raider, if he would ask me my opinion, it would have been a lot worse than that.
Exactly right.
You know, if I would tell the truth, it'd be a lot worse than that.
Well, no one can tell the truth,
No.
and this is the problem, because everyone's scared to death of the same thing this man's going to have to go through.
Well, like I said, I'm not worried. Well, like I said, I'm not worried about him being gay.
He didn't throw sticks or stones.
No.
He said he didn't appreciate it. Okay, he didn't appreciate it. Not everybody's going to.
You know,
and because one person says it, the whole male race is going to pay for it?
Well, I'll tell you what, like breastfeeding in public, they're allowed to do that. I don't care for that. That's women. You know, I got my kid with me. A woman whips out her titty and starts breastfeeding. I don't care for that either.
Yeah, right in public like that.
That's my opinion.
I mean, there's a place and time for all this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, to me, and you're making the man sound like the next Martin Luther King because he kissed another dude.
And they're making the other guy sound like David Duke because he said something bad about him.
And they asked him now, they're talking about finding him. They're talking about, sensitivity training. He might not be able to play football.
What is sensitivity training anyhow? What is can someone call me and tell me exactly what sensitive training is? Because I didn't know football players had to be like that.
Yeah.
I just don't understand this. I mean, what do you do with people like this? You know what I mean?
Dude, brother,
I just don't get it. Are we going to scurry in a corner every time we don't agree with something?
Yeah.
Do we gotta fucking pay every time we talk? This don't make sense. That man shouldn't be in trouble.
No.
If you don't want to know what one person thinks, don't ask them.
Yeah, I'm
but
telling
if you bring it to light, then you should be able to take it.
These should like I said, these should have wrote the man's answer down for him.
That's right.
If you don't like it.
What do you think? Here's your answer.
Yep, here's your answer, man.
Exactly right, man. It's got so out of mind. And, I mean, the whole thing's crazy anymore.
Yeah, and the man didn't say nothing.
Don't say that.
The man did not really, I don't see what he said that was so terrible.
I don't either.
Like you said, he didn't say nothing. No, I think they shouldn't play. I hate them. All he says, I don't care for that.
He didn't call them names. He didn't say anything.
Maybe he don't.
Said he didn't care for what was going on.
Yeah, he might not.
Up to him.
He might not even care about no one asked him. He might not even like a man and woman kissing.
And then you got the news blown it out so much in proportion. That, oh, my God, I can't believe he said, oh, my God, I can't believe. He didn't say the N-word, okay? He said he didn't care for it.
Yeah. Like I said, you should never ask that man.
No, you don't ask the man, a real man. I'm not even saying the football player ain't a real man. I'm sure he is a man. He's playing football. He's doing the manly thing. I don't care who he kissed or who he sleeps with. I want to know, can he catch the ball? Can he get out there and do his job?
That's all that matters.
Shit. But no, I didn't care for him kissing either.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you want to be this? That's great. Get married, have a home, settle down, adopt your children, or however.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No one's saying nothing like
that. Get a divorce, let him take half your shit like the rest of us.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You got the gold mine and you got the shaft. It puts a whole new meaning on it.
Yeah, I tell you what. Yeah, when I heard he's playing for the Rams, that cracked me up.
Yeah, well, right? I mean, but no one said that. You understand?
You can't write that stuff, man.
On a defensive end for the Rams. Come on, man.
Yeah, they were setting something up there, I think.
I believe they were, too. I mean, the way I understood is that the owners knew this guy was gay. All right? No one cared.
No one cared.
You all brought that to light.
Yeah.
The news brought it out. If they would have said, oh, he's gay, and let it go, no. That ain't what they did. They went out and found people to say something about it, which was their opinion, and they brought it to light, and now they can't stand the light. You know, don't ask something you don't want to know about. It's just that simple.
Yeah. Why did ask him and then persecute him for the answer?
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's getting terrible. You got to agree with everything, I guess, what's it called, third way or right wing, left wing or whatever.
Yeah.
As long as it's weird and you don't care for it, then you better fucking agree with it.
Yeah, because you're wrong. You're wrong. If you think it's weird, you best shut up, or this is what's going to happen to you.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not going to lie. I found it to be uncalled for.
Well, I didn't care.
You could have
Honest
said
to
it.
God, I didn't care, Rebel. It didn't matter to me what they did.
Yeah, I didn't go, oh, my God.
Me either.
Oh, my God. I just went off.
In this day and age, if that surprises you,
Yeah.
you're in the wrong place, I think. You know?
It did not surprise me at all. You're absolutely correct.
You know, when I was growing up, the gays had it rough. Now I don't think that they have it near as bad as they did. You know what I'm saying? To let them bring it out, to let them get married, to let them do whatever they want to do, that's their business. And whatever that man said, that was his business. And if you didn't want to know what his business was, you shouldn't have asked him that question.
No, not at all.
It's just that simple. Just that simple, and that's just how it is, man. I'm tired of these crybabies. They get out there and they want to find the worst in people. They look for the worst in people, and then they go out and they ask the honest person an honest opinion and didn't like the answer.
No.
You know? He don't have to like what they're doing. That's none of his business. But he don't have to like it being shoved in his face.
No, he doesn't. No.
You know? I mean, this world is screwed up somehow. Everything's off balance or something, man. Like I said, I don't care if you're gay. I don't care what you do. But I don't think that you have the right to tell someone what else they can't do or how they can't think. Who do you people think you are?
Yeah, ain't that weird that he wants to be left alone? No one should bother him. No one should care.
Yeah.
But yeah, this poor man can't even say he didn't care for it.
Exactly right. And now he's going to be the big subject, you know. What else is next?
Oh, they're going to have him. He's a racist,
you know, as long
gay
as
basher.
you can play football, it's okay to be whatever you want.
Yeah.
Not everybody's like that. Not everyone cares what you're doing, but there's a lot of people out there that don't care for what you're doing.
Yeah, a lot of people.
So, you know, and you're still doing it, so you don't care what they think. So why should it have been made an issue of?
If you walked into a place and honestly looked at people and honestly asked them that question, most of them would say that they didn't care for it. Most of them would say that.
An honest person.
Yeah, would say they didn't care for it.
An honest person. You know, but I mean, I didn't care. He was happy he got picked.
Yeah.
I would have been happy too.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'd had a boyfriend, I might have kissed him. But I think I'd have waited until someone wasn't around.
I'd tell you the God's honest truth. I did not gasp at that. I didn't, you know.
I did not. It was like a normal thing. You see it all the time anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
do I like it or care for it?
No.
No. But do I say anything about it? No, because I don't care.
No.
Because you know why? Because if you do say something or you do care, this is what you get for it.
Yeah.
You're the bad guy. You're the one they want to burn up.
Yep. Oh,
you know, why don't you just crucify me and get it over with? Oh, my God, I said something about the gays. Oh, my God, I said something about the blacks. Oh, my God, I said something about the whites, the reds, the yellows. Where does it stop? I can say what I want. I'm in America, man.
Yeah, as long as you're not preaching to hurt somebody.
That's right.
Let him alone.
And he didn't hurt no one.
No. Yeah.
And if that hurt their feelings, well, maybe they think they're wrong too.
Yeah. It wouldn't hurt mine if I thought I was in the right.
No, if I'm gay, I'm gay. Who the fuck I care about what everybody else thinks?
Yeah, that was crazy, man. I mean, for them to do that, just because of what he said.
What he said, that was bullshit.
That's not he didn't advertise, you know, to hurt the people.
Right. You know,
as far as I'm
said,
concerned,
that's what upsets me more than any of this stuff.
That
man can't say what he feels and believes in.
He could have went really dirty on that, man.
That's right, he could have, but he didn't. He didn't. You know, that's the point. He did not go obsessed with it, because I know a lot of people that would have.
Yeah, oh my God, yeah. Yeah, I know a lot of people that would have too. I'm talking about old school guys.
Oh, yeah, and I am too. I'm talking about the boys in the 50s and shit. You know, and the guys, you know, 40s, 50s, 60s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to figure back in them days, there's actually commercials that the government had warning you about homosexuals.
Yeah, all homosexuals were deviants, man.
Yeah, trying to
well, now
kidnap
we
children.
don't feel that way. I mean, we understand or try to understand what they're going through. We sympathize with their struggle, you know. But, you know, but to persecute a man for this, nah,
Yeah.
you all's wrong on this one. And if he goes anywhere or has to do anything special because of what he said, this is wrong. And if you don't believe it, you live in a free country.
Yeah.
Okay? That's our First Amendment right to say what we feel like that. That's our
Absolutely.
right. And you're taking it from us by persecuting this man, making him go into these things, and fining him. You all ought to be fined. You all ought to lose your jobs.
Yeah.
Not this man. He said what he thought, period. He didn't hurt his feelings. He said he didn't like it. Okay, he didn't like it. That's no big deal. I don't really care if he liked it or not. You know? I mean, this is it, man. The First Amendment, if either we go with it or we get rid of it.
You take it away from us.
That's right. And that's what they seem to be doing here lately. No one can say anything about anyone without hearing this crap. I'm so sick of it, man.
Oh, dude, yeah.
These liberal crybaby bastards. Oh, my God, you got to be good to the gay person. You got to be good to the gay. Who gives a shit if I'm good to them? As long as I'm not beating them, I should be able to say whatever I want.
Yeah, as long as you're not saying, hey, let's hang these motherfuckers.
Yeah, you know, let's kill them
Yeah.
Rebel.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just don't get it. What the hell was that?
Yeah.
You know? I mean, people, you know, they tell everyone, well, you got to accept it. Well, you know what? You don't have to accept
No,
it.
if you don't like it, you don't like it.
That's right. But you don't have to go out and kill them or nothing.
Yeah, hey, if you don't
I'm not saying
like-
hurt them. I'm saying if you don't like it,
You don't like
stay
it.
away from them.
Hey,
But don't ask me my opinion if
Also-
you don't want it.
Or the other way around, if you're a gay guy and you don't like straight people,
Yeah.
say that you don't like them. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
what do we care?
Yeah, I wouldn't have cared.
I don't care, brother.
Nah, like I said, when they were kissing, hey, they're
It was
kissing.
just another day. It was like watching a movie.
Yeah, I'm telling
Who
you.
cares?
Yeah, look at Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
You
they're...
know, I don't know if it was quite that bad.
No, it wasn't that bad. No.
No, I mean, they
I
just-
mean, he didn't do nothing
I
like, you know...
understand they were happy, like
he
a
didn't
man and a
skate on
woman's
anything.
happy.
Yeah, I would hug and kiss my girlfriend. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know, the news made the big deal out of
The
it.
news made the big deal out of it, and what they did was wrong, and what anybody out there believes or not, our First Amendment protects us and gives us the right to say what we want.
Oh, yeah, like I'm saying, dude. It's a shame that
Yeah,
you can't say
it
what
is.
the hell you want
Yes, it
nowadays.
is, Rebel, because these people don't care anymore. They don't care anymore, man. They don't want you to say it, and they'll do anything to stop it. It's just like smoking cigarettes when it was all right to smoke cigarettes. You know what I mean? Everyone was supposed to smoke. It was the manly thing to do. Now they're stopping. Oh, my God, you can't smoke anywhere. Someone might choke. No one give a shit when I was growing up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
What's that
that's why I'm
song?
glad for the children and stuff. And I don't smoke, by the way, people. Okay? But not that it's bad.
Yeah, you're a non-smoker.
That's
yeah.
right, you know? Like, I don't knock someone that does. I
Yeah.
don't tell them to get up and get away from
Oh,
me.
my God, they make them do all kinds of crazy shit.
I know.
To me, that reminds me of...
And now you can't smoke in a bar or anything anymore, and it's retarded.
Doesn't it kind of remind you
Man.
of when blacks couldn't go into the stores and the restaurants, they had to wait?
Yeah, now if you're a smoker, you can't.
Yeah, now you're
So
being
they
treated.
just went racist for another thing.
Yeah, but everyone's with it, so it's cool to be racist against
That's
that.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you smoke out there, people, be careful because, you know, you're pinpointed it now. They stereotyped you. You are no good if you smoke. So stop smoking or, you know, don't smoke in public. Hide it. So that's what I'm saying to everyone else that don't like what was going on.
You know what I
Hide
like?
it or you're in trouble.
Right on. That's exactly right. And what people don't understand is, it's the little things. Oh, well, I don't smoke, so I don't care about this law.
Yeah.
Well, what happens with the next thing that you do care about?
Exactly right.
That's just small stepping stones. I try to tell non-smokers is, I'm like, look, if you let this stuff go on, They're going to be telling us what we can eat, what we can drink.
They already are.
And that's what they're doing. Check out New York. You cannot buy a
the
16-ounce soda up in New York, dude.
Yeah, I heard that. I thought that was hilarious. Who are you to tell me what I can and can't do? You know what? A lot of people like to be fat.
Yeah.
A lot of people enjoy eating and drinking whatever they feel like. You know why? Because they can.
Yeah.
Who are you to stop them?
I'm telling you, by the time this is all over, you might have to give them a cholesterol test before you can get a hamburger anywhere.
Yeah, right? Well,
and
feel
it's crazy.
hard. I'm okay. You know? Jesus, man. You people have got so far off the track. First you started the war on drugs. All right? I understand that. There was a lot of people dying over drugs. But you didn't just stop at drugs. Now you got the war on soda, the war on food, the war on handicap, the war on everything. What is it going to take for you to stop? There's no people perfect in this world. No one is. But I still got an opinion.
Yeah.
And if it don't matter, then what the fuck are we here for?
Judge not, for let they be judged.
That's right, brother.
I'm with you. I didn't give a shit either way. He could have kissed a dog.
I wouldn't have cared.
No.
I wouldn't have cared.
Like I said,
but I would have found that a little freaky.
Yeah, I've been like, what the hell? But put it like it, and I don't mean to make it sound like that's what homosexuals are doing or anything.
Right.
To me, I don't care. Like I said, do it in your house. I don't give a shit.
Well, you can do it where you want.
But I don't see where
But
it's
if you
that
don't want an
spectacular.
opinion, right? If you don't want an opinion about it,
Yeah.
then maybe it's not wise to do it. Where
Yeah,
you're going
If you don't want an opinion, don't take your
Out on the
stuff
street.
outside.
Don't bring it where someone
Yeah,
can see
what's it called? Don't
Yeah,
let everyone see your trash.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
clean your own house
That's
before
right.
you worry about someone
You
else's
know.
house. When I'm telling you, I'm like you. I didn't give a shit either way.
No, and actually, I don't think they did.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the
But
news
yet- but
grabbed
yet,
hold
oh
of that.
my God, oh my God, you can't do that. You can't say that. Oh my God.
So they
Why
made
can't
it-
they say it?
So they're making him a hero for kissing this guy.
And making the other
guy a
football
Nazi.
player, whoever he was.
Yeah, I forget his name.
Yeah.
Be
no one
honest.
cares because it's not about him.
No, it's
You
about.
understand?
It
It's
shouldn't
about
be.
what he said.
Oh yeah.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, you should be able to say what you want, man.
Yeah.
Especially when they ask you.
Yeah, if you ask me a question,
Yeah.
if you don't like the answer, why should I
Yeah,
get in
that's what I'm
trouble
saying.
for
He
it?
should have just gave that man the answer that he wanted to hear.
Yeah, well, not every man's going to
No,
buckle down like
and I
that.
don't think he should
And I'm
be punished.
proud to say that I'm not one of them, and I'm going to tell you what I think. And if you can't handle that, well, then, my God, I am very sorry. Please don't ask me questions.
Yeah, just don't ask. If he would never asked him, that would never came out.
Exactly right.
They asked him how he thought about it. He told him the damn truth. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I bet you if you honestly asked, 80% of them people would have said, I thought it was wrong. Or I didn't like it. And then someone would be like us, I didn't give a shit either way. They're making a big deal out of it. And
Right.
I thought it's stupid to make
Well,
a big
the
deal.
only thing I'm saying about the big deal is what they're doing to that guy that said it.
Yep, they're making
You
it
know,
sound like...
it's just this simple. If you don't want to hear what I have to say, please don't ask. It's just that simple. It's just how it is. For long as we got a First Amendment right, and it covers us and keeps us from saying anything, I can say what I want. And until that time comes that's no good anymore, well, then I'm sorry. But
Oh,
it's
my
still
God.
good.
Yeah, oh my God, it's Nazi Germany, man.
It is Nazi Germany. You know what I mean?
I like
You
the
can't
Peter
say-
contracts. Is that they're saying that they can find him because of their contract? I like to know what the contract is.
What does it say?
They must say something crazy in that, man. They're actually getting him for hate speech.
Well, that wasn't a hate speech
No.
because he didn't like what he's seen.
Yeah, that
I
ain't
didn't
hate
hear the
speech.
guy say, these two
Yeah,
eep,
faggots. Yeah.
and them two eep. They ought to be eep. You know what I mean? That ain't what he said, okay? He
Yeah.
said he didn't like it or appreciate it. And I can understand that because that's his opinion.
Yeah, he's an old school guy.
Maybe he's a church-going man.
Yeah. Now, if he believes in the Bible, it says it's wrong.
wrong.
It's wrong. Ain't that what Duck Dynasty guy got in trouble for?
That's what he got in trouble for.
And he didn't even say nothing really wrong. He said it's in the Bible. It just says it's wrong, and I
That's
believe in the
right.
Bible.
And he wouldn't do it, or does he like it?
Yeah, he didn't say nothing about hurting them
No.
or they should be off
No.
the face of the earth. He
No.
just said he's a Bible man. He believes in the Bible, and the Bible told him it was wrong.
And it's in there. If you know anything about the Bible,
Yeah.
you know it does.
Man shall not
And
lay
I
with
don't
man.
even care about that. I'm saying it one more time. It's our God-given right in a free country to say how we feel or what we feel.
Yeah, and if you don't like it, don't listen to it.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
I
That's
mean,
the idea of if you don't like what's on TV,
turn the channel.
turn the channel.
Yeah, absolutely correct.
All right, Rob. Well, I'm going to turn it over to you for the last half a minute. Good night, everybody. And
All right. See
God
you
bless.
later.
Bye.
All right, baby. This is Rebel Radio. We're going off the air now. And always we dedicate the show to Mischief. We miss you, baby.
We miss you.
All righty.
Rebel Radio. Rebel Radio.
Rebel Radio.
Rebel Radio.